Okay, so when I grow up one day, I'll be like Lynne Twist.
And I'll get those shoes. Aren't those great?
They match your... So, you know, Lynne has written a book that I think is a must-read for everyone in this room. It's called The Soul of Money. And many times when we embark on big projects, I've noticed, especially in people who are, you know, of a spiritual bent, they worry about sufficiency, they worry about abundance, they worry about how they're going to do it. And there's also this concept that, you know, if you're spiritual, you can't be thinking about money at all. And I have a personal experience with my own teacher, my own spiritual master. When we first met him many, many years ago, he called me to his room and he said, "So what do you do?" And I said, I do endocrinology, internal medicine." He said, "You should actually be looking at Ayurveda and holistic medicine. Why don't you come with me to India? I'll introduce you to a few scholars and you know, give you some training, and you can actually expand your healing. You're right now just a technician. You're a good technician who knows everything about the human body, but you're probably a lousy healer because you know nothing about the soul or spirit or anything else that really goes into healing." And these words were very, very resonant with me. I responded to them and I wanted to drop everything I was doing and run off to India. The problem was, of course, that I had a house and a mortgage. Rita was here, 2 kids. And so Rita interrupted and she said to our teacher, who was Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, she said, "Maharshi, where's the money going to come from? Who's going to pay the mortgage?" And Maharishi looked at Rita and he said, "The money will come from wherever it is at the moment." And I never forgot that. You know, and you know, she kind of accepted that idea. Rita accepted that idea. She said, "That's, you know, the money will come from wherever it is at the moment." So I dropped everything. I dropped and I went to India and I learned a lot, and you know, on my trips I started writing and the books took off, and I mean the rest is history for me and for a lot of people who were affected by that. So Lynne, where's the money going to come from?
Oh, that's such a great answer. I don't think I can improve on wherever it is at the moment. But I think that comment from your teacher, that's so beautiful. I've heard that before, but it just really, I love that. Speaks to what I think is the truth about money, is that it doesn't belong to us anyway. It either belongs to all of us or none of us. It's part of the great commons that we've created. And the opportunity we all have is when it flows into our life, which it does. Some of us have it flowing like a rushing river and some like a little baby trickle. But wherever it comes from and wherever it flows from into our lives, the opportunity we have with it is to reallocate it where it'll do the most good for the most people or for the world. And so that's why I love fundraising. I love fundraising because I think that's what it is. And
over the years you've raised how much money?
A lot.
How much?
I don't know, hundreds of millions of dollars.
There you are.
But I think it's important for activists to not be afraid of the whole money thing. You know, we have these wonderful ideas and we have built our relationships and we have our visions, and often our organizations or our initiatives get stymied or get stuck or get truncated because we don't think that we can get the money. But I think actually the most powerful part of what's often called the non-profit sector, and I hate that name, so I don't like being in the non-profit sector or the not-for-profit sector or the non-governmental sector. I think it's a unfortunate label for where the real action is. It makes it sound like we're not where the action is, but I think we are where the action is. Gandhi worked in what's called the non-sector. Mother Teresa worked in what we call the not-for sector. The great Martin Luther King worked in the non-sector. So when you look at history where things really change, where transformational change really takes place, is in this arena that we've labeled the not or non-sector. So I call it the social profit sector. The social profit sector, because we're generating a social profit for all children of all species for all time. And you are the social prophets of our time. P-R-O-P-H-E-T-S. You are the social prophets of our time, people who've taken a stand for a new future and are living out of that stand. And money is there for us to use for that which we love. And if you think about where money's going now, huge proportions of the world's financial resources are going towards destruction, depletion, killing, weaponry, consumption, and the destruction of our natural world. And none of us want that. Nobody wants that. Everybody, including the people making some of those decisions, want money moving towards that which we love. Life, the affirmation of life, the health and the well-being of all species, the health and well-being of our habitat. And so fundraising, I think, is a very important part of activism, because it is that sacred work of reallocating the world's resources away from fear, which is where they're going now, and moving them towards love. And love is infinite. It's not scarce. It generates itself. I was in a session just now with Nipun Mehta, and he was talking about open source. And the whole open source internet revolution is actually based in trust. It's based in trust, that we're all trustworthy, that we're all worthy of having everything and anything that we need. So I would say where the money is wherever it is at the moment. And it's our resolve, it's our intentionality, it's our willingness to stand up for what we believe in and say the money that is out there, some of it belongs here. It needs to flow towards that which we love. And that sacred work of fundraising, even for this conference and for everybody who leaves here. I love fundraising, see, so I almost can't help myself from asking all of you for money right now. It's like I have to choke myself to not ask for money. Because I think we need to move money towards the new humanity, all of us, our own money, and do everything we can to move money in this direction, away from fear and towards love. So there's plenty of money for what we need to do. There's plenty of time for what we need to do. There's only now, and that lasts forever. And we have the opportunity